Hi there. So it's been quite a long time, obviously. And what I'm finding about this long-term accent tracking project is that it is somewhat difficult for me to acquire a secondary dialect in English. To most people who are from the UK, I still sound ridiculously American. And to most people from the States, I unfortunately am not able to talk to everyone as much as I'd really like to. Um, I feel like I've had some change, but it's quite difficult to put my finger on what it might be exactly. So, in fact, something that's very interesting is that when I started this project, I was just beginning to embark on a master's in linguistics at University College London. And at this point, I am about to take my exams, about to sit the exams in May. And I haven't had time since January to be able to record myself, um, in part because it just was too much, honestly. Um, and I'm still a huge amount behind. But um, I'm happy to do it now. And it is now nearly 7 months after I moved to London. And in fact, it turns out that my dissertation will focus on something similar to this. Hopefully, the acquisition of another dialect is, it seems, more difficult at times than the acquisition of an additional language, in part because it's easier to achieve basic interpersonal communication in a second language to allow you to communicate, but much more difficult to achieve native speaker fluency, and there's many reasons why that might be. Um, anyway, so let me know if you hear any difference between what I sounded like in September of 2013 and I'm not putting on any accent. It's just talking to a camera. So, as always, here's the list of words, and in no particular order: aunt, root, wash, oil, theatre, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, shore, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, cot, pillow, toothpick, aluminium, eggs, February, often, almond, roof, candidate, jewelry, library, clothes, drown, espresso, pasta, miniature, Melbourne, triathlon, roll, comfortable, orange, both, tour, sure, Nevada, chocolate drawer, ramen noodles, Caribbean, envelope, coffee, Reese's Pieces, data, about, morning, stocking, caught, grocery tour. And so those are the words. I believe that I can hear some kind of difference, but I think that it depends on who I've been speaking to. Um, Definitely some level of speaker accommodation to whoever it is that I'm speaking to. And something very interesting that happens if people ask me to put on an accent from these British Isles is that I sort of bounce around. I think it's because I, didn't grow up listening to the different accents, and there are so many in England alone, but then also within Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland. And basically, what ends up happening is I end up sounding like some bizarre mixture of like Grimsby, where friends from up north of Newcastle, like a little bit of Liverpool, a little bit of East London, a little bit of like weird, not exactly Cockney, but sort of some things in there, and then American as well, and it just ends up being bizarre. Um, I notice also that there is a tiny difference in terms of my intonation. instead of asking a question with a rising tone, like, did your accent change? I might say something more along the lines of, did your accent change? Like with a looping sort of intonation. At any rate, thank you very much for listening, and I will continue this project as is possible.